Paul, you guys have a huge fourth inning. Did you feel like that would have been enough to maybe get Tyler to get back on the mound and be a little bit more comfortable and not have that big inning?
Well, you're never sure how it's going to play out. That's certainly what you're hoping for when you're able to put together a big inning. Doe's got us going, first hit, first run, homer. I don't know if he was sitting on that curveball or what, but he smoked it. And then, we put together a couple of good at-bats, Polanco and Kurt. Kurt got an off-speed pitch, too. So, but we had a lead. You try to go out there and shut them down the best that you can, but you start off the inning with a walk, and that's usually not a very good omen. So, he got in position there with 2 outs to try to get off the field. Kinsler got a ball he could handle, and then 2 strikes on Maben, and he hits one in the gap. So, you give him back that quickly. It's kind of disappointing. But we hung in there. We got back to even. Doe's with another big hit. And, you just kind of have to fight your way through the last third. A couple guys did a nice job. Shagwad and Light. And Presley threw okay, but he made a mistake on the breaking ball. I mean, you can see it. That guy doesn't miss too many of those. So couldn't contain there to keep it within 1 run. And they were able to finish it off with their bullpen. Yeah,
speaking of that bullpen, what was the difference? You took Sanchez out pretty early on, got to him early. So then what was the difference that the bullpen had such success?
Well, they got guys that they, are doing a good job as far as protecting leads and holding and getting to Rodriguez, who's had a heck of a year. I don't know, 41, 42 saves, whatever it is. He's getting it done. So they got the lead, and he went to his guys, and they did what they were supposed to do.
Suzuki.
He opened that thing up again. I don't think it's as bad as the first one, but it's probably going to take a couple stitches to close it up. So, yeah, we'll just have to see how we want to proceed there. He's frustrated, that's for sure.
It's possible just a couple of days you might have him back, or?
Well, he's been DHing so but I have options with catching. I'm not going to force it back out there. He's going to have to pat it up and figure out how much risk we're going to have to reopen that thing like we did the first time.
Molly, I think Detroit fought off like 16 pitches the first couple innings, and 23 when Duffy was out there. Is that quality of stuff, or just a little bit off with location?
It's a fair question. I'd have to kind of go back and see if he's hitting the spots, or these guys do a good job of protecting with 2 strikes. I can go through a lot of their hitters that do a nice job of fighting off fastballs and not getting fooled, or at least fouling pitches off. Iglesias is good at it at the bottom. Cabrera's really good at it. They have a lot of guys that they know how to fight, and it's part of grinding out at bats and getting the guy's pitch count up, and eventually getting something you can handle. And you'd like to see 2 strikes. Your pitchers be able to find ways to get outs and put guys away, but it's not always going to be the case.
I take it Joe wasn't available.
Joe could have pinch hit. I was going to use him there in a 1 or 2 run game, depending on how it was going to come up. When it got to 3, I decided to hold on just in case we got a couple base runners. I had Rosario available too, but the gap kind of changed my philosophy of trying to get base runners.